Thousands from across the Commonwealth are in Madison County eating a Kentucky delicacy. Berea is holding their annual Spoon Bread Festival this weekend. Organizers say it takes about a month to prepare for the big event. WKYT's Mike Linden is getting his first taste of spoon bread at the festival.
When you think of food and drinks from Kentucky, things like bourbon and burgoo come to mind. But what about spoon bread? What's that?
It is not cornbread. It is not a corn pudding of sorts. It's more of a souffle texture.
Oh, this is your first time.
Rowlett says thousands of people come to Berea every year to get a taste of spoon bread. This year at the 19th annual Spoon Bread Festival, people can't get enough of it. If you've never had the Kentucky treat before, Rowlett says there are only two ways to eat it.
It's very soft and light. It's not something you can pick up. You have to eat it with a spoon. And you're going to either eat it with butter or you're going to eat it with honey.
Back in the kitchen, a team of volunteers have been cooking spoon bread for a week to prepare for the festival, and preparing ingredients even longer.
Volunteers say it's been a month-long process to get together all of the ingredients to make this weekend's spoon bread. In fact, volunteers say they'll prepare more than 300 trays of it through the entire festival.
Already on pace to smash attendance records, festival goers say the unique treat is worth the trip, albeit hard to describe.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like a cornbread pudding kind of thing.
And if you're trying it for the first time,
Make sure you put honey on it. Makes it way better.
in Madison County, Mike Linden, WKYT.
About 60,000 people attended this year's festival.
An early morning crash in Jessamine County sent a group of teenagers to the hospital. One of those, we are told, with life-threatening injuries.
A Madison County family is mourning the loss of a man police say a driver hit and killed. Tonight, they're talking to us, and they want to know who killed him.
It might be a whole lot easier to get around the west side of Lexington less than 24 hours from now. I'll tell you why coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
A crash sent 5 friends to the hospital today. You're watching WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Deputies say early this morning the driver lost control of his truck on River Road in Jessamine County and rolled down a hill into an embankment. All 5 people in that truck went to the hospital. One, we're told, has life-threatening injuries. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is talking to the mother of one of those injured. She has our top story at 6.
After seeing the now mangled truck and how exactly it ended up, parents of one of those involved say they are amazed that their son survived.
Around 3:30 Sunday morning, deputies say 19-year-old Frank Peel lost control of his vehicle, rolling down a large embankment. Also in that vehicle was 18-year-old Kayla Brenniger, 19-year-olds David Cheek and Morgan Walker, and 20-year-old Damian Rucker.
Well, the officer came to the door a little before 6 this morning, telling me that my son had been in a terrible accident.
Diane Clift says she then rushed to UK Hospital where her son Damian Rucker was unconscious for several hours.
He didn't remember anything, which is probably good. We had to tell him how he got there. We told him about his friends. He's real concerned about the others as well.
With her son now recovering at home, Clift came to get a look at the crash site for herself, seeing the truck now on its side after running off of the roadway above and barreling down the embankment.
I can't comprehend how it got down here, and even worse, how they even survived.
Thankful to have her son at home and hopeful his friends recover.
Hope he's as thankful as I am that he's alive and well. Yeah, they're so young and they just don't understand what we know as we grow older. But I just hope he realizes how fortunate he is to walk away.
This crash is still under investigation by the Jessamine County Sheriff's Office. In Jessamine County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Cliff says her son and 3 others are expected to be okay. We're told crews airlifted the 5th person, Morgan Walker, to the hospital. Cliff says Walker has life-threatening injuries. In Boyle County, deputies are investigating a deadly overnight crash. Deputies say Miranda Greer was driving on Johnson Branch Road when she ran off the road and hit a tree. The Boyle County coroner pronounced her dead at the scene. The family of a man police say a driver hit and killed wants answers. Berea police found the body of 71-year-old Billy Croucher at the intersection of Prospect and Forest Streets yesterday. Investigators believe a driver hit him, but so far they haven't found that driver. Tonight, WKYT's Sam Smith is talking to Croucher's son.
The family is mourning the loss of Billy Croucher. He was 71 years old. They hope whoever hit him with their car is caught. It was at the intersection of Prospect and Forest in Berea where police say Croucher's body was found. They say it happened late Friday around midnight. Police say his body was unresponsive when they arrived. They say it appears that he was hit by a car, and officials say there were no cars in the area when he was found. This case remains under investigation. Anyone with any clues about what happened here Friday night is asked to contact police so his family can gain some closure.
I just wish somebody would have done something instead of just letting him lay there, you know, like a dog or something on the side of the road. But, you know, there's cruel people in the world. What can you do?
Now, Charlie had a lot to say about his father. You'll hear more from him coming up tonight on WKYT. For now, in Berea, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Croucher's family plans to hold his funeral at Lake's Funeral Home in Berea. They have not yet set a date. Lexington police are trying to figure out what caused a couple to crash their car into a home this afternoon. The wreck happened just after 12:30 at a house on the corner of Malibu Drive and Belafonte. Firefighters say the couple drove into the garage. Crews took the two to the hospital. The homeowner says no one was there when the wreck happened.
My girlfriend, she was coming from Nicholsville Road, and she called me and she said, I think somebody has driven through your garage. And I was like, I thought she was kidding for the longest time. I was like, you're joking. No way. Here I come, barreling down through there, and there's 15 fire trucks, 20 cop cars, and I look. And there's a car in my garage. Paint splattered everywhere. It's a mess.
Firefighters say there's no major structural damage to the home. As for the garage, they are not letting anyone in it until crews repair it. A Breathitt County mother is facing serious charges tonight. Police say she intentionally harmed her child and lied to police about what happened. Police arrested Morlinda Hall Wednesday. She told police she was pushing her 2-month-old in a stroller when a four-wheeler ran them off the road. Hall then told police she pushed the stroller down an embankment and her baby hit the concrete. According to her arrest citation, Hall later confessed she lied. Police say she tried to hurt the child by scratching his head with a pair of tweezers. Hall is charged with child abuse. We are tracking a developing story out of Alabama tonight. Police there are charging a man with attempted murder. They say he shot 3 people inside a church. They arrested James Minter this afternoon. They believe he shot a woman, an infant, and a pastor inside the Oasis Church in East Selma. Prosecutors believe the shooting stems from a domestic violence incident between Minter and the woman. They do not believe race played a role. Minter's being held without bond at the Dallas County Jail. We are wrapping up the weekend with a good fall-like feel outside. The mild days and cool nights will continue into the work week. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell has a look at what to expect as we soak up these last days of summer.
Yeah, we're right there in the final days of it, today being the final Sunday, of course, of summer, and it officially ends on Wednesday. Out there right now tracking some cloud cover that just lingers in the area across most of central and into eastern Kentucky. That's what our sky cam is showing as well. You can see all that cloud cover hanging out. No showers, though. Defender remains on the quiet side throughout the entire area. Now, what might happen, though, down to our south and east is we could start tracking a few showers across the high elevations as we go into the day tomorrow, as a little wave of energy could be riding along the Appalachian Mountains. It could throw some moisture back into that area, so that's something we'll watch for. The rest of us could get away pretty much rain-free. Low 70s out there, upper 60s to our east. For some of the cloud cover has been a little bit thicker through most of the day. Overall, not a bad day at all. That's what you're tracking out there. Here's our planner as we go through the rest of the evening and into the day tomorrow. A little chilly to start things off, around 51 at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I think that comes right after we're likely in the upper 40s for a little moment, and then into the mid-70s for daytime highs for you tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. So a pretty good looking Monday for most of us. We'll take a closer look at all of it, though, coming up in just a few minutes.
Some drivers traveling around the west side of Lexington tomorrow will find the commute a lot easier. Crews have finished construction on Citation Boulevard. WKYT's Sean Moody is talking to people who are most grateful the road is reopening.
Well, by this time tomorrow, the people who live between Leestown Road and Georgetown Road hope to be able to get around a lot easier. They're not sure exactly what to expect once Citation Boulevard opens up, but they say it's got to be better than dealing with all the construction.
Mark Abel and his family have lived off Leestown Road for a while.
Going on 10 years now, we've lived in Masterson Station.
And they've seen a lot of change here.
Yeah, definitely, hopefully for the better, but we'll see.
The latest will be the opening of the Citation Boulevard extension tomorrow.
So we knew it was coming, it was just a matter of when.
Abel says the new road should make things a lot better inside their neighborhood.
But we're hoping that it alleviates a lot of the, residual traffic on our side street.
But that could come with the price.
Increased noise is an issue.
Even if it's noisier, Abel says it's better than dealing with all those orange barrels forever.
That is definitely frustrating. It seems like that's been taking forever, frankly.
The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet will officially open Citation Boulevard at 3 o'clock tomorrow. That's just before the afternoon rush hour. In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Mayor Jim Gray and state transportation leaders will hold a ribbon cutting ceremony at 2 o'clock tomorrow to officially open the road.